Hello viewers, welcome back to Daily Fun TV. Today we talk about the airplane disappearances in history have been a source of intrigue and mystery. While aviation technology and safety have improved significantly over the years, there have been instances where planes have disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Some notable cases of plane disappearances include Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. One of the most recent and high-profile cases of airplane disappearance is Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, MH370. This Boeing 777 was en route from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to Beijing, China, when it vanished from radar screens on March 8, 2014. The plane was carrying 227 passengers and 12 crew members. The disappearance of MH370 sparked one of the most extensive and costly search efforts in aviation history. The initial search area was centered in the South China Sea, but later investigations suggested that the aircraft had continued to fly for several hours, heading south into the southern Indian Ocean. Despite years of search efforts in the Indian Ocean, only a few pieces of debris, confirmed to be from MH370, were found on remote islands and coasts. The main wreckage and the exact cause of the disappearance remain elusive. Aircraft and maritime experts believe that a combination of unusual and unexpected events led to the plane's change in direction and eventual crash into the ocean. These events include the disabling of communication systems and the aircraft's deviation from its planned flight path. However, the precise sequence of events, the motive behind the actions, and the location of the main wreckage remain subjects of ongoing investigation and debate. Air France Flight 447. On June 1, 2009, Air France Flight 447, an Airbus A330, was flying from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to Paris, France, when it encountered severe thunderstorms over the Atlantic Ocean. The aircraft disappeared from radar screens, and all contact with the plane was lost. It took nearly 2 years to locate the wreckage and recover the flight data recorders, black boxes. The investigation into the disappearance of Flight 447 revealed a series of events that led to the tragedy. The aircraft's airspeed sensors, known as pitot tubes, had frozen, providing incorrect data to the flight computers. This led to a series of automated alerts and system malfunctions. The crew, dealing with conflicting information and technical problems, ultimately lost control of the aircraft, which crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, killing all 228 people on board. The investigation and recovery of the wreckage shed light on the causes of the crash, emphasizing a combination of technical issues and pilot error. The case highlights the importance of pilot training and the proper response to technical malfunctions, particularly in adverse weather conditions. Flight 19. In an eerie coincidence, another incident involving Flight 19 occurred in the same year, 1967, but with unrelated aircraft and circumstances. A group of 4 T-28 trainer planes was conducting a routine training mission known as Flight 19. The flight departed from the Naval Air Station Miami and vanished over the vast and swampy Everglades in Florida. The disappearance of this Flight 19, although unrelated to the 1945 case, raised questions and comparisons due to the strange similarities in the flight designation. Despite an extensive search operation, the wreckage of the planes was not located until several months later. The exact reasons for the disappearance remained inconclusive. Flying Tiger Line Flight 739. On March 16, 1962, a Flying Tiger Line flight, designated Flight 739, vanished under mysterious circumstances. This was a military charter flight carrying 96 soldiers and 11 crew members, en route from California to Saigon, Vietnam. The plane, a Lockheed L-1049H Super Constellation, disappeared somewhere over the western Pacific Ocean. Despite an extensive search effort, the wreckage of the aircraft and the passengers were never located. The aircraft's disappearance has not been conclusively explained, leaving open the possibility of various theories, including mechanical failure, adverse weather, or human error. The disappearance of Flight 739 remains one of the enigmatic incidents in aviation history, and the absence of conclusive evidence has fueled speculation and conspiracy theories over the years. Flight 2501. Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 2501, a District of Columbia 4 aircraft, is another intriguing case of an airplane vanishing under mysterious circumstances. On June 23, 1950, the flight was en route from New York City to Seattle with a stop in Minneapolis. Over Lake Michigan, the plane encountered severe thunderstorms and turbulence, making it difficult for the crew to communicate with air traffic control. The last communication with Flight 2501 was when the pilot requested a descent to avoid the storms. After that, the plane disappeared from radar screens. A massive search and rescue operation was launched, but the wreckage was not located. The passengers, crew, and the aircraft itself seemingly vanished without a trace. The mystery deepened further as the search continued for decades. It wasn't until almost 50 years later that pieces of wreckage from Flight 2501 were discovered at the bottom of Lake Michigan. Despite this discovery, the exact cause of the crash and the disappearance of the plane remains uncertain. Flight 19 in 1945. Flight 19 is perhaps one of the most iconic and mysterious cases of aircraft disappearance. It occurred on December 5, 1945, during a routine training flight in the area known as the Bermuda Triangle. The flight consisted of 5 U.S. Navy Avenger torpedo bombers, collectively known as Flight 19, under the command of Lieutenant Charles C. Taylor. The mission involved a navigation exercise, but things took a turn for the worse. The aircraft departed from the Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale in Florida and were scheduled to return after completing the training mission. However, the flight's radio transmissions soon indicated that they were lost and disoriented. Taylor's navigation instruments were malfunctioning, and he believed the flight was over the Florida Keys rather than the Bahamas. As the situation escalated, the flight leader became increasingly panicked and disoriented, and the other pilots grew increasingly concerned. Communication with the base became intermittent, making it challenging to provide assistance. Despite efforts to guide the lost aircraft back to base, the planes and their 14 crew members disappeared without a trace. The U.S. Navy launched an extensive search operation that covered over 250,000 square miles of the Atlantic Ocean, but no wreckage or survivors were ever found. The mystery deepened due to the infamous reputation of the Bermuda Triangle, an area known for its high number of unexplained disappearances of ships and aircraft. While the Flight 19 disappearance is often associated with the Bermuda Triangle's mystique, the exact cause remains a subject of speculation and debate. In each of these plane disappearances, there is a unique set of circumstances, mysteries, and unanswered questions. Some, like Air France Flight 447 and Flight 2501, have been resolved through extensive investigations and recoveries of wreckage and flight data recorders. In other cases, such as Flight 19 in 1945, Flight 739, and Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, the mysteries persist, leaving room for speculation, theories, and ongoing research. The disappearance of an aircraft is a tragic and unsettling event, and the efforts to determine the causes and locate the wreckage are complex and demanding. Advances in aviation technology and safety have improved our ability to track and communicate with aircraft, but these historical cases serve as reminders of the challenges and uncertainties that can arise when planes vanish under mysterious circumstances. That's all for today. Please like and subscribe the channel for more informative videos. See you in the next video.